What's up everyone, this is FP Sticks bringing you some more Go Battle League battles here in the Ultra League. Katie and I are still on vacation with my family, so apologies for the different backdrop and slight lesser quality of camera there. But today's video we're going to be running Talonflame in the lead, Giratina altered on the swap the majority of the times, and then Walrein in the back. With Talonflame in the lead, you need two responses to a Swampert, and so those are going to be Giratina and Walrein for this team. Now my Giratina altered is running Dragon Breath. You can opt to run yours with Shadow Claw if you want. I just wanted to give Dragon Breath a try because it does offer more fast move pressure, and it makes the Scrafty matchup a little bit more comfortable. Same with the Obstagoon matchup, you're able to hit back with neutral damage here. So in this first game, my opponent was very weak to Talonflame, and I kind of recognized that early on. And so I was able to take out essentially two of their Pokemon with my Talonflame, and they end up having a Shadow Venusaur in the back, so kind of triple weak to Talonflame. I am going to shield my Walrein here. This ended up being a CMP tie. I know that my Walrein will be able to outpace the Venusaur to the second move, and so I am able to get to this Icicle Spear, and that will be able to take out the Venusaur. But they're able to survive with 1 HP and get this Frenzy Plant off. That's totally fine. Giratina Altered can clean this up, no problem. And you can see my IVs on the screen there. My IVs for Giratina are pretty bad for PvP, but that's just the one that I've always had. Now, Cresselia in the lead. If they're running Moonblast and Grass Knot, this matchup is totally great for you as the Talonflame because you resist everything. But this opponent does something very sneaky. They throw Moonblast on the first move, and so I no-shield it. And then I notice that this time around, they're farming up past Moonblast. So I also farm up past my move. And they go for the Future Sight, so they totally bluffed me on the first charge move. Well played by them. This Brave Bird is enough to knock out the Cresselia, and we're able to win that lead. Walrein is a very solid response to Giratina, and just has so much play in the Ultra League meta. Walrein is kind of one of the most broken Pokemon in Great League and Ultra League. It's just, its moveset is so good and it has such great bulk. So I'm farming up pretty heavily in this matchup. I'm concerned that they might catch an Icicle Spear on their own Walrein in the back, but they're opting to let this Icicle Spear go through. Totally fine by that. In the back is a Charmer, and this is so bad for me. Double shielded Shadow Granbull, but they no-shielded that, and so this is a prime instance where if I had Shadow Claw, I actually would be able to Shadow Claw this down. So having Dragon Breath definitely lost me the game in this scenario. I can't believe that my opponent no-shielded all that stuff and saved it for the Charmer, so they will be able to take that game. Well played to them. Walrein in the lead. This matchup is kind of uncomfortable for the Talonflame. In Ultra League, Walrein just has way too much bulk. You have to try to ramp up flame charges, or if you want to eventually get out of this matchup, throw a Brave Bird right off the bat. The issue here is that I have Giratina in the back, and I really want to guarantee that Giratina does not see this Walrein. So I unfortunately do have to shield this Icicle Spear. I have to be the first one to shield. And even this boosted flame charge would not be enough to knock out that Walrein most likely, but I do get a shield back. This Icicle Spear is going to put me very low. I'm hoping that I can get to another move, but I'm not able to get there. So Walrein cleanly takes that matchup in the one shield if you go straight Flame Charge. But I've guaranteed that my Giratina gets to avoid this Walrein now. They do go for the Earthquake. That's totally fine. I'm going to throw this Icicle Spear and hope that I can get rid of this Walrein before they get to another move. But they're able to get to another move. I'm banking on this being another Icicle Spear, and thank goodness it is. Out comes an Escavalier. This is kind of rough for me. I'm going to throw an Earthquake immediately and then swap to my Giratina. Another instance where having Shadow Claw would be more preferred, but against this Snorlax matchup, thank goodness that I do have Dragon Breath. I'm able to hit back with some neutral damage there. So I need to land 2 Dragon Claws and then plus a lot of Dragon Breath damage, and then I still have a very healthy Escavalier that I'm going to have to deal with, which is very unfortunate for me. I land another Dragon Claw, but these body slams and all the lick damage is really going to add up. They throw a superpower, And then I'm able to farm them all the way down, which is good for me. I'm going to throw this Shadow Sneak. And then honestly, I probably should have swapped right there. Probably should have swapped, but I'm able to get off another move here. They're going to be able to counter me all the way down. Potentially, if I swap right there, I'm able to get to another Earthquake or at least an Icicle Spear. But they would have committed to the farm down here, so it's kind of a tough call either way. They're able to get to another move. They had so much energy, and they're just barely able to counter down my Giratina. Well played to my opponent there. Talonflame into Trevenant. This is very good. This is where you want to see it, but we still have Walrein to handle that. Now, I bring out Walrein onto this Nidoqueen, and immediately this could be considered a mistake. Giratina is my better response to Nidoqueen here, because if they end up 2-shielding their Nidoqueen and going straight Poison Fang, they can win this matchup, which is actually pretty insane. They're going to no-shield that first one. So then I'm going to throw this Icicle Spear right before they get to the Poison Fang and see where they want to spend their shield. They do end up shielding it. So I'm going to try to get all shields down here or maintain switch advantage. I'm going to throw this Icicle Spear and see what they want to do, but I have a feeling they're going to try to fight for switch. They do shield that, and we simultaneous knock out. They still have the Trevenant, which Giratina does have play against. But I see them reveal the Swampert a little bit early, and so I bring out my Giratina, and at this point the game is over. I have the alignment exactly where I need it to be. As long as I chip this Swampert down low enough with my Giratina and save the shield for my Talonflame, for the potential Shadow Ball from Trevenant, we're totally fine. They were trying to catch there, good counting on their part, but I maintained positive alignment throughout that entire matchup, and we're able to take that game. Cresselia in the lead. Again, if they have Future Sight, this is actually not that great. Cresselia is such a beast in the Ultra League. So they do have Future Sight. Unfortunate. I'm going to go straight for the Brave Bird and see what they want to do. They end up no-shielding it. And then they're able to get to another move right before I'm able to get to one. And I end up letting this Moonblast go. This was such a dumb play. I thought that debuffed Moonblast I would not survive, but I really should have shielded that up, and I could have farmed even more. And now I'm stuck with my Giratina against this Cress, and I have to go shields down. I've lost the lead. I'm down a shield, and they bring out a Talonflame here, which is a really interesting choice. Most likely because they have 2 answers to Giratina in the back. Maybe a Charmer. But then they're very weak to Registeel, so we will see what they're going to do. They end up flame charging me right there. And then I'm going to throw this Dragon Claw and see what they want to do. They let that go through, and then I'm going to throw this other Dragon Claw before they get to that move, see if I can grab a shield. They do end up shielding that. I have no idea what could be in the back here. I will shield this and try to farm down. They have a Swampert in the back. Okay. So I need to try to burn shields with these Dragon Claws here and then let my Walrein finish the job. I'm able to get to another Dragon Claw, thank goodness. This pretty much puts it into Icicle Spear range. Now I'm staying in because I want to force them to expend their energy. I do need to watch out for a potential sack swap on the Cresselia. Great counting by my opponent. They counted exactly to the amount of energy, but I read that swap. I'm able to build the 2 moves, able to get 1 Icicle Spear off here, and even though this could be an Earthquake, Walrein is easily going to be able to handle this. And we will be able to knock out this Swampert and take that game there. Good game. Alright, Talonflame into Walrein. Man, this matchup is so uncomfortable. This team is kind of soft weak to Walrein, so one thing you do kind of have to be aware of. Registeel is a very strong, overpowered Pokemon in Ultra League. I just don't have an XL Registeel built. But I definitely have thought about how strong that Pokemon is. I'm over farming a lot here because I assumed that they were going to try to catch an Earthquake on something. But they're opting to stay in. I'm now at 100 energy and kind of did a wasted Powder Snow there. But I'm surprised that they have not swapped out. Okay. They bring in a Trevenant on a loaded Walrein. Holy cow. So I'm thinking, do they have a Swampert in the back or something? If that's the case, then my Giratina is looking pretty good. But I can't. They totally sacrificed their Trevenant. And now there's a Nidoqueen in the back. And so I'm not quite sure what they thought I was going to have in the back. But my opponent is refusing to shield anything. And Giratina can just easily Dragon Breath this whole thing down. I'm just applying as much fast move damage as I can with this Talonflame, but they were very hopeful that a double shielded Nidoqueen would be able to seal the deal for them. That is not going to be the case. They can't even farm down. They have to throw. And then the Giratina is just going to ruin their day, unfortunately. Good game. Alright, Talonflame into Alolan Ninetales. Very good, and it's probably Charm Alolan Ninetales, which my backline really struggles against. Okay, out comes the Nidoqueen. And again, what am I doing here? I'm throwing a Brave Bird and I end up CMP tying with this Nidoqueen. Definitely a questionable play. Now I bring out Walrein. Again, why do I not bring out Giratina here? So another mistake. Because Giratina has a much more dominant matchup here. I could farm it all the way down and get my health low so the Ninetales wouldn't have as much farm. That's what I'm planning on trying to do here as well. I want to get my health as low as possible so when that A9 comes back in, they can't get as much farm and I can land an Earthquake on them. We are even in shields. I do have switch advantage still, so that's totally okay. Gonna throw this Earthquake here and it does some nice chip damage. Not able to get to another Icicle Spear, but that's fine. Out comes Giratina, and they're running Shadow Claw, so they generate energy quicker than me, but I do more fast move damage. So they are definitely going to outpace me to the charge moves. But you can see the Dragon Breath is really adding up here. Going to throw a Dragon Claw, and they do end up shielding it. All I really need to do now is get to one more Dragon Claw, because the Dragon Breaths are adding up here. So here's the Dragon Claw. And they do survive it. This ended up being a CMP tie. I know that I'm going to survive this as well. And there's the swap. I anticipated that they would try to swap right there. They're going to be able to land a charge move on me. Now, I don't want to eat any more charm damage. I want to force that Giratina to have to throw. So I'm throwing a Flame Charge immediately. I'm able to get one Incinerate through. That second Incinerate damage does not register, but I'm hoping that I can Dragon Breath them down before they Shadow Claw me down. And we're barely able to do it. What a close game there. Well played to my opponent. Galvantula in the lead. Okay, we're both hitting each other with super effective damage. Giratina definitely would be a better response to this. I do respect the first move, and they go for discharge, so nice play. Out comes Swampert. Now, I'm going to throw a Brave Bird to try to get my shields back, and then probably go into my Walrein here. Yep. Now, if they land the Earthquake, that's going to do a lot of damage. So I do shield this up because this energy, if they end up bringing in the Galvantula, is still going to be put to good use. So I'm going to throw an Icicle Spear here, but one is not enough to take out this Swampert. So I'm going to throw another one here. They end up shielding that. They really want to get this Earthquake damage off. That's totally fine. I want to overfarm a little bit more so when the Galvantula comes in, I can hit it with a move. They ended up preserving their Swampert. They threw it in the back. So I'm going to throw this Icicle Spear. And then now, this is a big mistake because now my Giratina is switch locked against the Tapu Fini. And if I had Shadow Claw, I'd be in a much better spot. I tell you what, Dragon Breath might have been the wrong choice for these particular battles. Every matchup my Giratina seems to be stuck in, Dragon Breath has not been too favorable. They land the Moonblast. I need to get to another Shadow Sneak here. But Tapu Fini, definitely a core breaker for the Talonflame and the Giratina. So if you find yourself encountering a lot of Tapu Fini, you're definitely going to need to run Shadow Claw on the Giratina. They're going to be able to get to a Surf here. I do barely survive, but they have this game for sure. Unless I can somehow incinerate down the Swampert and then have a Brave Bird loaded for the Tapu Fini. That's my only play, but they're able to Mudshot me down. Well played to them. Another Walrein in the lead. It's definitely one of the most popular picks in Ultra League. So again, I'm going to immediately go for the Flame Charge. Sometimes the opponent ends up shielding this, thinking that you're going to go for a Brave Bird like this opponent did. So because they shielded that, I try a different approach and I go into my Walrein here. They bring out their Talonflame, so they are obviously a lot more comfortable with this matchup than I am. They're going to bring out their Talonflame here. Now if they go for Brave Bird, I know that I do survive it. They do go for Brave Bird. Now I'm thinking, how do I handle that Walrein? If they bring that Walrein back in, I need to get this Earthquake damage off. I'm barely out of range of Icicle Spear, most likely. There's the Walrein. We're able to get to the Earthquake, but they're continuously farming. This Walrein is really being a pain. And they end up shielding it. This is so bad. This is so bad. I can't shield this because they have 2 moves. They go for the Icicle Spear. I need to bring out my Talonflame once again and get any damage off on this Walrein that I can. They have so much energy though. There's 1 Icicle Spear. I throw the Flame Charge. They're still heavily overfarmed here. That Incinerate registers, so I'm hoping that I can Dragon Breath them down before they get to another move. Please! No! They get to another Icicle Spear. Really unfortunate for me. And if I would have shielded that Icicle Spear, we would have won that game. But unfortunately, this I had no idea what was in the back. It ended up being a Giratina. And they actually ran the same team as me, but in reverse order. So that's kind of fun. Definitely have some considerations there. But they're able to take this game. Good game. We have one more battle in this video, folks. Another Cresselia in the lead. We haven't seen a lot of diversity of Pokemon in the lead so far. They are once again opting to stay in, so they might have Future Sight, or they're double weak to this. Now they end up switching into Swampert, and I could have Brave Birded before leaving, but I go into my Walrein. I had a feeling this was going to be the Earthquake, but they bait me with a Hydro Cannon. Holy cow. What a gutsy play. Had a feeling that this was going to be the Earthquake there, but I can't shield it, and they bait me again. Very strange. So I'm going to throw this Icicle Spear and see what they want to do. They have a very loaded Cresselia. They end up shielding that. So I'm going to throw another Icicle Spear. And they let that one go through. Surely this has to be the Earthquake here. But I know shield it, and they do Earthquake me. That's fine. I just gave up switch advantage kind of freely, which is kind of a dumb play. And that Cresselia is still very healthy. I have energy on my Talonflame though. I anticipated them immediately throwing Moonblast, so I do catch it on my Talon. And in the back is a Registeel. Alright, Talonflame is going to be able to handle this, no problem. Going to throw 1 Flame Charge to get ramped up there, and then throw another Flame Charge. But we're looking pretty good for the end game here. Talon's going to be able to clean up with all this energy that I'm going to be able to farm off this Reggie. I can safely shield once, and then easily be able to handle that Cresselia in the back there. I'm just going to go straight Flame Charge here and apply as much fast move pressure as possible. They end up shielding that. And if they don't have Future Sight, I'm easily going to be able to get to this Brave Bird and take this game. There we go. Can easily get to the Brave Bird. Thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you appreciate the content. And I'll catch you all in the next video.